You have a superpower that humans would kill for. You can lose an arm and just grow a brand new one back. Perfect, like nothing ever happened. You're adorable. You've got a permanent little smile, and a face the entire internet is obsessed with. By every measure, you should be living the dream. So, why does your life actually suck? Because every single one of those things, the smile, the fame, the magic healing body, is the exact reason you spend your life trapped in a tank, getting pieces cut off you. Welcome to life as an axolotl. But let's back up, because to understand how good your deal looks and how bad it really is, you've got to start with the weirdest thing about you. You never grow up, ever. Most salamanders live a two-part life. They start out as little water babies, swimming around with feathery gills, totally aquatic. Then, when it's time, they go through a big transformation. They lose the gills, their bodies reshape, and they crawl out onto land as full-grown adults to live the rest of their lives breathing air. That's the normal salamander deal. Be a water kid, then grow up and move onto land. You don't do that. You skip the entire growing up part. You hit adulthood, you become old enough to have your own babies, and yet your body just stays a baby. You keep those frilly external gills sticking out of your head your whole life. You keep your wide, flat, baby-faced head. You stay in the water, forever, never once becoming the land-walking adult your relatives all turn into. You are basically the Peter Pan of the animal kingdom, a creature that grows up on the inside, but stays a baby on the outside until the day you die. In science, this is called neoteny, hanging on to your baby features for your entire life. It is rare, it is strange, and it makes you a living puzzle. You are not some tadpole that failed to develop. You are fully grown, fully able to breed, just doing all of it while still wearing the body of a newborn. Nature basically froze you halfway and called it a day. And honestly, at first, that sounds amazing. Eternal youth, never having to grow up, floating around looking cute forever. Where's the catch? The catch is that staying a baby traps you. Because you never develop into a land animal, you are stuck in the water for your entire existence. You can never leave. You are completely, hopelessly chained to one single type of habitat, a specific kind of cool, calm freshwater. And that turns out to be a death sentence, because of where the only home you've ever had actually is. Because here's the thing almost nobody realizes. In the wild, you only live in one place on the entire planet. Not one country, one city. You come from a network of ancient lakes and canals around Mexico City, and that is it. That single, shrinking patch of water is the only natural home your species has ever known anywhere on Earth. And long before the city swallowed it, this was a sacred place. The ancient Aztecs knew you well, and your very name comes from Xolotl, one of their gods, a deity of fire, lightning, and the dead, said to have disguised himself as a salamander to escape being sacrificed. You were once a creature wrapped in legend, swimming through the waters of an empire. Now you drift through what is left of it, a few polluted canals, clinging to the edge of a megacity. And humans have absolutely wrecked it. Mexico City is one of the biggest cities on the planet, and it grew right on top of your home. Over the years, people drained the lakes, paved them over, and choked what was left with pollution from a giant sprawling city. The clean, cool water you depend on got dirty, warm, and poisoned. And then, to top it all off, humans dumped in foreign fish like tilapia and carp, and those fish do something brutal. They eat your eggs. They eat your babies. So now your nursery is a polluted puddle full of invaders that gobble up the next generation before it has a chance. The result? In the wild, you are almost gone. Your population has collapsed so badly that in your natural home, there might only be a few dozen to a few hundred of you left, scattered through the last filthy canals. You are critically endangered. You are a ghost haunting the ruins of your own lake, a creature that's basically going extinct in the only place you ever truly belonged. So you'd think your species is doomed, right? On the edge of vanishing forever? Here's the twist. There are probably over 1 million of you alive right now, maybe way more. Just not where you should be. Because while wild you is dying off in a Mexican canal, Captive you is thriving by the truckload, in fish tanks and pet stores, and especially in laboratories all over the world. You have become one of the most popular exotic pets and one of the most important lab animals on the planet. So your species isn't disappearing. It's been domesticated. You traded being a wild god of an ancient lake for being a product, bred by the million, sitting in glass boxes. That's not survival. That's a downgrade with extra steps. And now, we get to your superpower, the real reason humans want so many of you. Because you are, hands down, one of the greatest healers in the entire animal kingdom. Lose a leg, you grow it back. Not a stump, not a scar. An actual perfect new leg, complete with bones, muscles, nerves, the whole thing. Good as new. And you can do it over and over again. But it's not just legs. You can regrow your tail. You can regrow parts of your jaw. You can repair your spinal cord. You can regrow chunks of your heart. And even parts of your brain, all without the ugly scarring that the rest of us get stuck with. If a human loses a finger, it's gone for good. You could lose a whole arm and just shrug and grow another one. You are a walking, swimming miracle of regeneration, the kind of biology scientists can barely believe is real. Think about what that actually means. Your body can rebuild itself from almost any damage. People have cut into you in ways that would cripple or kill nearly any other animal, and you just quietly knit yourself back together, often as good as before without missing a beat. You do not even seem to suffer the way other animals would. You are built, right down to the cells, to bounce back from injuries that should be the end of you. And that is exactly why your life is a nightmare. Because humans desperately want to understand how you do it. If they could figure out your healing trick, they might one day help people regrow lost limbs, mend spinal injuries, fix damaged hearts. So labs around the world keep you by the thousands, and they study your regeneration the most direct way possible. You have become what scientists call a model organism, one of those animals that whole fields of research depend on, sitting right up there with lab mice and fruit flies. Universities ship you around the world, and there are entire facilities whose only job is to breed thousands of you and supply you to labs, an industrial pipeline of self-healing salamanders churned out so researchers always have a fresh batch to experiment on. And how do they experiment? They cut pieces off you. They amputate your limbs on purpose, then sit back and watch you grow them back, taking notes the whole time. Your miracle body, the very thing that makes you special, is the precise reason you exist to be sliced apart again and again in the name of science. Your superpower didn't save you. It put a target on your back, and it gets stranger. That famous cute pink axolotl, the pale one with the rosy gills and the little smile that the whole internet adores, that's not even what you naturally look like. Wild axolotls are dark, muddy brownish green, built to blend into a lake bottom. The adorable pink version everyone falls in love with is essentially a lab-bred mutant, a color humans selected and multiplied because it looks cute and shows up nicely in a tank. So even your iconic, beloved face, the thing that made you a global superstar, is basically a costume that people designed. The real you is dark, wild, and nearly extinct. The pink you is a manufactured pet. And there's a quieter problem hiding underneath all of it. Most of the captive axolotls alive today come from a tiny handful of original ancestors bred over and over for generations, which means a huge chunk of your entire global population is heavily inbred, a shallow gene pool copied 1,000,000 times into tanks. You're everywhere, and yet genetically, you're dangerously thin. Oh, and that whole never growing up thing? Turns out humans can force you out of it. With the right hormones, they can make your body, finally, do the transformation it skipped, pushing you to morph into a land salamander after all. But it's not some happy graduation. It's stressful, it's hard on you, and it tends to shorten your life. So even your one escape hatch from being a forever baby is basically a punishment. Stay a baby and stay trapped in the water, or grow up and die sooner. Pick your poison. So let's go all the way back to the start. You've got eternal youth, a magic healing body, and a face the whole world loves. And here's what that actually buys you. The eternal youth chains you to the water forever, in the one lake on Earth that humans drained, poisoned, and stuffed with predators that eat your kids, leaving wild you on the brink of vanishing completely. Your miracle healing makes you so valuable that labs keep you by the thousands specifically to amputate you and watch you regrow. The cute pink face the internet adores is a lab-made mutant, while the real you quietly disappears. And as a pet, your life is not exactly freedom either. You spend it pacing a small glass box, often kept by people who have no clue you need cold, clean, carefully balanced water, and plenty of you die young in tanks that were never set up right. To a lot of owners, you are a cute living decoration, a smiling face to show off to friends, not a delicate, endangered animal stranded a world away from the only home your kind was ever meant to have. And even your ability to finally grow up is a trap that cuts your life short. That's what it means to be born an axolotl. You're an immortal-looking, self-healing wonder that's going extinct in the wild while multiplying by the million in glass boxes, beloved by everyone, owned by labs, and cut apart precisely because you heal so well. The world looks at you and sees a smiling pink miracle. It just doesn't see the tank, the scalpel, and the dying lake behind the smile. Be glad you weren't born as one.